Hello, my beautiful Algebra 1 6th period class. I hope you guys are having a great day with Mr. Bailey so far. I'm here to give you guys some notes to work on today. So if you would follow along in the intro to new material, we're going to write down these definitions. Mr. Bailey, if you need to pause in between so that everyone can make sure they get this written down, absolutely feel free to do so. There are 10 minutes blocked out for this in the lesson, and I only get 5 minutes to record my video on Screencastify. So I'm here, I'm going to use green, which is my favorite color, and we're going to start defining these math words. My first word is term. A term is a single value. So an example of a term would be something like 5x or 3. You're like, Miss Press, 5x actually looks like 2 values. But we'll get to this shortly. The 5x is just telling us there's 5 x's here together. So our value is the x. We have 5 of them sort of smushed together. An operator is simply an action between two terms. An action between two terms. And that sounds complicated, but it's really not. Some examples of an operator would be plus or minus. So for example, I could say 5x minus 3. My terms would be the 5x and the 3. My operator would be the minus or subtraction symbol. Fun fact for you guys, minus, subtraction, negative, they're all kind of the same thing. They're just telling us reduce. All right, an expression is a group of terms and operators. For example, 5x minus 3 would be a group of terms or operators. All right, a variable, which is what we talked about yesterday. A variable is a letter representing an unknown or changing value. I'm going to reduce the size of my text box here. A letter representing an unknown or changing value. It doesn't mean 1, it's just telling us, hey, we don't know this number yet, or this number might change. Some examples, x or y, those are most common. And as we talked about yesterday, there's a special reason we use x. Y just kind of comes next and makes sense. A coefficient, say that for me one time, coefficient. Mr. Bailey, if they didn't say it, make them say it. It's a great word. Coefficient is a number representing number of times a value is repeated. For example, if I said 5x, the coefficient is 5. I underlined it so we can see that that's the coefficient. And what that's telling us is we have 5 x's, x, 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 x. So that's what 5x is telling us. The coefficient 5 is telling us that there's 5 of those x's. Right, I think we only have 2 more. A constant is a value that doesn't change. When you think about the word constant, if I use my dictionary tool, it means occurring continuously over a period of time, a situation or state of affairs that does not change, remaining the same over a period of time. So a constant is a value that does not change. Some examples of constants could be 5 or -3. Those are both constants because they're not going to be changing. And last but not least, an exponent. Come on, let me type here. Oops, I was in the dictionary tool. If you ever notice that it won't let you type in your Cami, it's because you're not in the right tool. So an exponent, a power telling how many times something is multiplied. For example, x, I'm using shift 6 to the power of 2, which means x times x. That's my 5 minutes. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.